Lessman, HSN's #1 brand for many, many years. I know for so many of you, you always trust and swear by everything Andrew brings to life. Today we have incredible Today specials, most of which are rarely seen other than as a Today special. Our first one, which has been immensely popular, is vitamin B12. Oh my God. Well, you know, you go to the mall and you see all these stores talking about vitamin B12 shots. Vitamin B12 for energy and to help combat fatigue is so important. If you're feeling the stress and the daily grind, if it's work, if it's the family, if it's just all the stuff that you got to do, and you get out of bed, you say, oh my gosh, I can't cope with it, and you're always looking for that next energy drink, another cup of coffee, there is a better way, an all-natural way, a binder and filler-free way, and that is with Andrew's B12. Right, last chance, last presentation, last opportunity before the pricing expires. Two options, they're both the same price. Vitamin B12-250 or vitamin B12-500. Andrew did not change the price at all. I can tell you the vitamin B12-500, the more potent formula, is the most popular today by a lot. Let's go through that pricing really fast. So we have a 60, 180, 360 and 720 capsules. That is a unique size that Andrew only does during the Today special. When it expires, that's where the pricing is going. If you order it today, that's where the pricing is. All free shipping, all flex. In fact, if you look at it, it's better than a buy one, get one. We're doing 720 capsules for $59.90, $59.90. 360 normally costs $69.90. So saving nearly as much as you're spending. Really critical for many things, including a healthy heart, immune and nervous system function. There's a lot of benefits to vitamin B12, but it is one of those that changes your outlook. It is one of those that can really have a profound effect every single day. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's get all the information from the gentleman that created this award-winning company over 4 decades ago, the one and only Andrew Lessman.
Hi there, Andrew Lessman here to talk about an exciting Today special. It's our vitamin B12. What's exciting about our vitamin B12, and I think it's been exciting for this reason for a few decades, is that when you look at typical B12 found in supplements, certainly when you looked back 20 or 30 years ago, you were looking at a form of B12 that was synthetic. That also, because its name is cyanocobalamin, that cyano sort of sounds like a word cyanide, which might sound familiar because it's a poison. But unfortunately, that cyanocobalamin was the standard form of B12 used in supplements since sort of the beginning of time. Unfortunately, for most supplements, still is used. If you look at the mass market multivitamins and things like that, it's still cyanocobalamin. What's exciting about our product has always been methylcobalamin. And at one time, it was because cyanocobalamin was so much less expensive and so much easier to work with. That's not the case anymore. But when we look at B12, we look at a vitamin that is central to our body's ability to engage in the metabolism that allows us to experience energy. So when it comes to one of the most common and frequent things we complain about as human beings, it's a lack of energy. So when we talk about B12, we're talking about a nutrient that is frequently, especially as we get older, is frequently deficient, frequently insufficient, very difficult to absorb. If we just look at the molecular structure or consider the molecular structure of vitamins as a group, vitamin B12 is roughly 10 times the molecular size and the molecular weight of typical vitamins, which creates two issues. First issue, something that large, getting it absorbed through our small intestine is complicated. Secondly, when you have a molecule that's that large and that complex, it presents a lot of reactive sites within our digestive system. And remember, what is our digestive system? It's basically a food reactor. We're secreting hydrochloric acid, a highly concentrated acid. We're secreting enzymes whose job is to break down molecular structures. So not surprisingly, that extra large size molecule of B12 provides all this effectively, if we want to call it surface area, but all these molecular sites for reactivity. And again, it's not surprising to find out that B12 degrades readily in the digestive system, and many B12 products provide little or no delivery at all. We overcome that by making sure that our B12 is protected from stomach acid. We also make sure, as I said before, that our B12 is in the form that our body naturally would choose and the only form our body uses. And that's what I always say, that once something is identified as an important component for our health or our nutrition, the best thing to do after that is to look at the blueprint that Mother Nature in general provides very, very clearly to us. And once I see that blueprint, then my job is to follow that blueprint and essentially get out of her way. And when it comes to B12, there are no additives, only the ingredients that you need. We make sure, as long as we're delivering B12, we want to make sure that the other B vitamin cofactors that are there, that are partners to vitamin B12, if you look at the role that vitamin B12 plays in the human body, we make sure that those other tools are delivered simultaneously, concurrently, so you get to benefit fully from B12 and not be limited by some other B vitamin that was insufficient. So it's truly a comprehensive formula, delivers B12 at high potencies. I think on the screen graphic here, we'll have a 250 and 500 microgram B12. We also have available a 100 microgram B12. Today's special pricing, despite that, the large size I think today is about 8 cents a capsule. I know you will love it, and I hope you give it a try. Enjoy.
Again, this is the last chance to be able to get it today, so I'm really enthused by the reaction that we're seeing. I think because I've talked to Andrew off camera about vitamin B12 so many times, and I so rarely get to present vitamin B12 with him. But if you are really struggling day in, day out with low energy, feel that fatigue, you're tired as soon as you get out of bed, you've got to try this. I think a lot of people who see the vitamin B12 stores in the mall and the shots and all that stuff, we're kind of curious about it because B12 is so commonly deficient in most of us that it's something we are curious to do, but this is much easier than that. If I could, I'd love to read a few reviews to you. Lowest price ever, $59.90 for the largest size, but this is the last presentation. Let's get an idea of what people are saying, because people have been buying this for a long time. And with nearly 1,000 reviews and a massive customer pick, our first reviewer says, more energy. We love these. They work for my sluggish immune system and low energy. It also helps my mood. Keeps me feeling great, says Sylvia in California. I've been trying to take better care of myself and keep active, and this B12 keeps me going. I can feel a difference since I started taking vitamins daily. Peg Sue says, finally, more energy. I'm in my early 50s and tired all of the time. How many of us feel the same, right? My labs always come back normal. I decided to try this along with Essential One, which is Andrew's multivitamin. While I only take one a day, it has made a difference in my energy level. Thank goodness. I may try taking 2 capsules to see what happens. Energy in a bottle. I work shifts which leave me wiped out. I average only about 4 to 5 hours of sleep. Between counting calories and trying to maintain a workout schedule, the B12 has given me that boost I've been lacking. I will definitely be ordering this again. Energy, says Val. I can feel the difference in these capsules versus other B12 products I've taken. I have energy and I know it works. It's Andrew Lessman's product. He only manufactures top quality. Excellent as always. I am never disappointed with Andrew's products. They do exactly what they are supposed to do. It's funny, I've only read 5 or 6 reviews and everybody's saying the same thing. They talk about that boost, that feeling, that fatigue falling away, and that boost of energy, right? At any stage of life. It might be work, it might be family, it might be late night long shifts, it might be the late shift, it might be the night shift, it might be the early shift. It might be that you're in a stressful situation, but so much can impact us and so much can weigh us down. And if you feel tired, if you are tired all the time, vitamin B12, you could Google it. But then again, I know you already know this. Everybody's talking vitamin B12. Why is it recommended by so many? Because it's important and it's deficient. You really need more B12. That's the natural solution rather than the high sugar energy drinks, the high sugar sodas or coffee after coffee after coffee. We have hundreds and hundreds of orders coming through, over 6,000 sold today as we head and rocket towards 7,000. Pricing is expiring this won't be back for at least another year at this level. So as the clock counts down, a quick reminder, most popular is going to be the 720 capsules. That is never available other than as a today's special. That's where the price is going. And don't get me wrong, that's still a great price, but if you order it today, it's only $59.90. It's on FlexPay, it's free shipping and handling. You're saving nearly as much as you're spending. As you'll also see and read in so many of the reviews, it's a feel the difference product within a matter of days. It's not something where you have to be taking it 60, 90, 120 days before you start to notice the impact that it's having. So I would encourage you to get a bottle home, experience it. If you're not feeling better, more pep in your step within 30 days, send it back. And of course, Andrew and I and HSN would want you to have your money back, and you will get every single penny. I always take for granted that you know Andrew, but if you don't know Andrew, you know, he has a world-class facility in Henderson, Nevada. And in Henderson, Nevada, it is truly different because it's all solar powered. It is an amazing place that I've had the privilege of visiting a few times, where every single product that he makes is powered by the energy of the sun. World class for sure. Nobody else has ever created a destination like Andrew has. And whether you're buying Andrew's vitamin B12, his vitamin D, his Sucress natural alternative to sugar, whatever product it may be, it is made to the highest standards with nothing artificial. Everything is real, everything is authentic. There's no drug or medicine, there's no side effects, only side benefits. All right, we see you. We have a little bit of a hold as folks place their final orders. I think that it's a feeling that is prevalent and something we can all relate to. We might be having a son or daughter going through situations, maybe studying, for finals. We might be starting a new job. We might have a newborn at home. But there's always something at every stage of life that really wears us down. And that's a hard feeling, because every day you got to get up and you got to smile and you got to try and get about it, and you got to try to get down to it and get all the things that you need to do achieved. Vitamin B12 is that natural support for energy. But we talk energy a lot. It's more than that. With vitamin B12, it's about helping to nurture a healthier heart. It's about helping to support our immune system, our nervous system. So the benefits go far beyond just that outward energy. It's also inwards. It's something that can really have a profound impact on our daily life, our daily experience. You can say I'm a big believer in it, and I know so many of you are. B12 is the way to go. The only option you have and the only choice you need to make, and not to make it confusing, is whether you want vitamin B12-250 or vitamin B12-500. It simply refers to the potency, the power of the formula. Andrew is not charging any extra. Now, I can tell you what most people are doing. Most people are doing vitamin B12 500. So if you're not sure which to choose, I would recommend vitamin B12 500. Again, you're not spending any extra dollars on it at all. Let's read 2 or 3 more quick reviews before we wrap up today's special. Jasmine in Arizona says, best little B12 ever. I'm so happy that you make a sensational B12 product, Andrew, and one that is designed to actually get into my bloodstream. Plus, I love the teeny tiny capsule size. I've never been disappointed with any of your products, and I feel even better knowing they are produced green and that you donate prenatal vitamins when we purchase it. Feels like I'm doing a good thing for myself, for others, and all without harming the environment. Keep up the excellent work, Andrew. No one else's vitamins will ever cross my threshold again. I just grabbed one of them so you can see it's teeny and tiny, and it's very gentle on the stomach. He's been always very, very obsessed with creating a product that is easily absorbed. This one truly is that maximizes the benefits. There it is, vitamin B12. It is a wonderful, wonderful today's special. Right, I'm going to leave this here, and we're going to head over this way to our next today's special. The number of requests we get for vitamin C, oh my goodness. Very rarely a today's special,